Thank you. Assemblymember Thurmond, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, last year I voted for this bill in spite of many concerns that I had then about the bill. And I still have those concerns about the bill. I really appreciate this discussion that has taken place on the floor just now. It just struck me that this bill, maybe more than any I've ever heard in 4 years, every argument that was made for or against was valid, and every argument that you heard made, you could say, is the right thing. I did not hear anything that sounded more correct or no, that's wrong. Everything I heard was a fact. That might be a first, at least for what I've heard on this floor. But my good friend, Mr. Allen, hasn't spoken yet. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm starting the ribbing already. It is a fact, it is an irrefutable fact, that the brain science says this is good for kids. It is also an irrefutable fact that if you make this change, you're creating, for many, many parents, a deep hardship. Because it is a fact that most parents do not have the kind of flexible jobs that we do or that others do that allow them to say to their employer, I'm coming in a half hour later or whatever period of time later. That's just a fact. And if this bill goes forward and prevails and is signed into law, the author and the coalition and whoever else have to be very serious about how to create something that can be implemented that creates success and considers the hardships that it creates for parents. Yes, it is a fact that the brain science is good for kids, but we have to acknowledge that it creates a hardship for families, for many. We should be in a position where we're having conversation with families and getting input from our families, and it is a fact that should it be implemented, this bill will create a hardship for many school districts in our state. Some districts will do this much easier than others. You heard examples today from a few districts that have already done this. But the reality is for most districts, this will mean increased costs that they have not planned for and will need help to get it done. And the place where they will have to look for that help is from this chamber, the red chamber, and the governor's office. They will not be able to implement this using their local control funding formula or any other local dollars. They will need help from this legislature and from the governor to get this done. So here I am a year later, still willing to vote for it, still very conflicted, but wanting members to be serious as you think about what you do here today, that all these things are true facts, and we've got to give district support if this moves forward. This cannot be an unfunded mandate where we just expect it to work, because if not, we doom the families to fail, the districts to fail, and potentially the kids to fail.
Thank you.